Hey guys, happy Monday. So, I just recorded this video like 6 separate times, or 7 or 8, I don't even know. And then I finally did one that I liked or felt good after doing. I never rewatch my videos because I'm way too judgmental on myself sometimes. So I just kind of save myself from that judgment, and if it feels good, and I'll go with it. The sound for some reason I felt like, hey, I kind of want to watch this one, so I started watching it and I realized how shitty the sound was, which led me to find these bad boys. These are my boyfriend's gaming headphones that, if you notice, have a little microphone on them. So bye sound problem, go Keeley. Thank you, universe. Okay, so I wanted to make a quick video for a couple reasons. One, I wanted to send my condolences to anyone and everyone who has been affected by the loss of Lucas Smith. If you don't know who I'm talking about, a old classmate of mine was shot this weekend after a bar fight downtown. And once again, it was a very kind-hearted person. I believe everyone is, we all come from higher love and compassion, but some of us show it a little more than others. And while some of us are troubled, some of us, may have more issues than another, whatever, different issues. We're all, still loving beings. And Lucas was just such a positive person, I feel. Very, 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 every time I saw him, his energy was just, it felt high, it felt happy, it felt positive. He always had a smirk on his face. He always was laughing about something. He was just a very, very spirited young man. So I really want to send my condolences and send my heart to anyone and everyone who's in mourning right now. Or really to anyone and everyone who's ever experienced loss. I know I've talked about it in my previous videos, and if you know me, then you probably knew Brooklyn, and you know that she was my best friend for approximately 9 years, and she is no longer with us physically. And so I say this not so that you feel bad for me. I say this so that you understand that I can relate to you. We've all lost quite a few people, actually, unfortunately. But I look at death a lot differently now, and I feel like it took losing my best friend, losing someone so incredibly close to me, someone I was closer with than anyone in this entire world, this physical world. It took losing her to really figure all of this out. And I feel like now I understand why a lot better than I previously have. And I think that the things that I've learned can really help you and comfort you in the passing of, Lucas, or the passing of anyone and everyone you've ever lost. These little tips and tricks I'm going to share with you guys, I promise, will change your life as they have mine. So basically, I've come to understand death a little better through, articles, through episodes on Gaia, which is this website / video. It's like Netflix, but instead of entertainment, you get enlightenment. There's very, very, very intelligent people on there, doctors and scientists, with, who have done the studies, who have the proof and the explanations, and experiences to share with you so that you can better understand it too. I do share information to the best of my ability. I do encourage you to go find your own information though, because we learn through experience. We do not learn through people telling us things, okay? And that's why in school they have you practice rather than just saying this is this and expecting you to remember it. That doesn't work. You can't tell someone something and expect them to, believe it or really to get through. You have to experience something on your own to form your own belief about it. So I can share until I'm blue in the face my experiences, and if those, they may resonate with you, but that doesn't mean they're going to eradicate your life like they have mine. But the things I'm sharing, I had shared with me, and in my own way, I understood them, and that changed my life. I went out and found more information. I looked for the answers to the questions I started asking, and that's what really led me to the truth. And there is only one truth. I take that back. Whatever is true to you will be true to you. Whatever you believe to be true will be true to you. So you have one truth, and that one truth for you will be true for you, okay? So if I say something and you don't believe me, you're going to find proof that I am wrong. If I tell you something and you do believe me, you're going to find proof that I am right, okay? But the things I talk about, there is proof out there that this stuff is real, okay? So I encourage you to go find your own proof, all right? So basically, my new perception, my new understanding of death is, first of all, it's not this sad, horrible thing that we make it out to be, okay? Death is actually very beautiful. It's a part of life. It's a cycle of life. Now, before you come to Earth, you sit down with whatever, a lot of people refer to it as a spirit guide or like a guardian angel, or, I like the term spirit guide, so that's what I'm going to use. You can use whatever term resonates with you, but you sit down with another spirit, an entity, whatever you want to call it, and you plan out your life. Obviously not to a T, because there are two conditions when you come here. One, you forget everything. You forget who you are. You forget where you come from, all that. Two, free will. You have free will. You are constantly being, encouraged from the other side to follow your path, but you do have the free will to not follow that path. And that's why some people end up so miserable, because they feed into, society and the news and all of these crazy illusions, and they just get so deep into it that they can't get out. But you don't have to. Totally forgot where I was going with that, or what I was even saying. I'm sorry. I keep getting distracted by birds. Basically, so when you before you come here, you sit down, you plan out your life, you plan out major events, your themes you want in your life, or when you die, you plan out how you die, when you die, you plan out where you were born, who your parents were, major things like that you pick, okay? So my headspace said, turn meditation into action, let go of impatience for the day. See, I love that. Sorry, see, I guess I get distracted so easily. Okay, so when you look at it from that perspective, I think it's a lot more comforting, because knowing that you planned your death, you knew when you were going to die, you knew how you were going to die, and you knew what lessons should come from that, okay? There was a reason you wanted to go like that, or there was a reason you wanted to go at the time you did. Nothing is an accident. Nothing. Every single thing in this universe happens for a reason, okay? It's up to you whether or not you want to figure out what that reason is. So I find comfort in that a little. Just knowing that, when I go, it will have been on my terms. Just, you don't remember it now, but that doesn't mean that wasn't true. So another thing, when you die, you don't really die, because as I've said before, and as scientists have said, energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It simply can be, moved, transferred, shifted. And we are energy. Everything around us is energy. So when you die, essentially, you don't really die, because death is also life. I don't know if you know, have you ever heard of the yin and yang? It represents, light and dark. You can't have one without the other. Light cannot exist without darkness, just as good cannot exist without evil, and positive cannot exist without negative. But the yin and yang shows it as one, because if you can't have one without the other, then they are one thing. Just like you can't have the front without the back. But if you didn't have one, then you wouldn't have the other. So they are one. The biggest illusion that we believe in this society is separation, because we are all one. We are all one consciousness. And it's just when we come here, you're conditioned to believe that and everything. And the reason that people are remembering now is because vibrations on Earth got so low that we came here to lift them up. We came here to, upgrade our souls, essentially, and upgrade the Earth and life and everyone in it. We came to raise the vibrations of Earth, because the way we're living right now is not the way we were meant to live. We are not evolving. We are unevolving, if anything. The fact that we're still killing each other just goes to show that we are so disconnected. We are so asleep to who we really are. And so it is the job of people like me and the people like you, if this stuff resonates with you and you feel the need to share this with others, then you are one of those people who came here to spread the word and to spread whatever it is you were meant to spread, to fulfill your purpose, your passion. And your loved ones are always supporting you to do so. When you pass over, you are just shifting consciousness. You're, in a sense, taking off your meat suit, which I love that expression because I think it brings humor to it. It lightens the mood a little bit. But seriously, that's all it is. You're becoming non-physical. You're still there, okay? So anytime you think of your loved one, they're there with you. Anytime you talk to them, they're listening. They are always there because we are all one. We are all one consciousness. It's just, if we're identifying with our physical bodies, with these avatars, these lives that we think we're living, or lives, then obviously it's a lot harder to believe, to believe it if you can't see it, because we're living in a society where seeing is believing. So if you can't see it, then it doesn't exist, right? No, not right, because how do you explain radio towers or radio waves or cell phones? How do you call someone on the other side of the country without a cord? That doesn't make any sense, but it still works, right? But you don't ask questions, you just use it because it's there. And the physical and non-physical world is exactly like that. It's exactly like the yin and yang. You can't have one without the other. It is all one. Heaven is not a place up there that you go. It is all around us. It's just whether or not you choose to see it. And I think that's super comforting when it comes to the loss of a loved one, because I talk to Brooklyn all the time. And at first when I started learning this stuff, it wasn't super comforting because I was still a little iffy. But I feel like I was in such a place that once you've had that tragedy, you really start asking questions. You really start listening to the answers. And the stuff that's supposed to resonate with you starts resonating with you. When you go through something traumatic, you learn, you grow. That's where the most growth comes from. And that's why I felt the need to make this video right now, is because everyone is just in mourning and is so sad over this. And by all means, be sad, okay? I'm not telling you not to be. You need to feel whatever emotion it is you're feeling. If you feel sad, cry. Write it in a journal, write a letter and burn it, scream, do what you need to do, paint, listen to music, okay? Express yourself, because if you do not express yourself, it will physically hurt you. That's where disease comes from. It comes from baggaged emotion that you didn't let yourself feel, okay? So if this loss makes you feel sad. Let it out, but then let it go, okay? Your life is literally 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it, okay? So be sad, but don't stay sad, or feel sad, but don't be sad, okay? Don't be that emotion. Feel that emotion, and then be yourself and move on with your life the way you should, because that is exactly what your loved ones want you to do. Because once you take off your meat suit, you remember everything. You remember who you are. You remember where you came from. You remember why you were here in the first place, and you realize and you regret the things that you did or didn't do, and you go through all of that, and then you still see all of your loved ones in the physical world, and you want them to know everything that you know. They want you to know that they are always with you, and that no matter how you're feeling, you're doing great. Follow your passions. Spread love. Be compassionate, okay? Seriously, when you feel an emotion, that is your body, that is your mind, your soul, that's your soul talking to you, okay? Your soul is literally communicating with you all the time. If you have a random thought pop up in your head, it's not random. Your thoughts are not random. Nothing is random, okay? Random does not exist. Everything happens for a reason. Sometimes that reason is irrelevant to you, so you don't need to know, but sometimes you really need to dig and find out the reason, because it will help you in ways you could have never imagined. So, if you take anything from this video, I want it to be comfort in knowing that your loved ones are always with you, whether you can see them or not. Think of them as radio waves. I mean, they're still there. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean you can't believe it. And I mean, there are people who work on mediumship, because everyone is a medium. We all come from the same damn thing. We all have unlimited capabilities. So, I mean, it's not impossible to see or hear or feel your loved ones again, even if you're not in, the other side. It is possible, or to experience things like signs. Does anything weird ever happen and you think, oh, I bet that was them, and then you dismiss it because you're like, oh no, that's not logical. No, you're right. If something crazy happened and you think it was your loved one messing with you, it was. If you find random things laying on the ground, if you find a pen or a penny or a feather or any kind of weird thing laying in your path, that's your loved one saying hello. If something goes missing and then you find it in the spot that you looked 1,000 times, that's someone you love messing with you, okay? All of that stuff is real. And our logical, egotistical mind wants us to think that it's not. But things are changing. Earth's vibrations are rising, and people are waking up and becoming more conscious and remembering all of these truths. And it's honestly really beautiful. And I really want to share these with you, because, I mean, it took a trauma like losing my best friend and almost losing my mother for me to realize that there is more to life. And I want to know what that is. And I really hope that this sparks some sort of hunger inside of you to go out and find out what that is too. Because that's our point in being here, is to learn and to grow and evolve. So stop asking yourself if it's good or bad and start asking yourself, will this help me evolve or not? Is this healthy for me or not? Nothing is good or bad. Separation is the biggest illusion, like I've said before. We are all one. Good, bad, positive, negative, happy. Okay, no, not happy. But up, down, it's all one. You can't have one without the other. So Express your emotions, follow your passions, and don't ever give up. Don't ever let stuff like this hold you back. Learn from it. You know, they may have chose to leave at this certain time for the purpose of teaching lessons. Okay? Teaching you lessons, teaching your other loved ones, your friends. Everyone was supposed to learn something from this. Okay? So learn something from it and use that, integrate that into your life and live the best life that you possibly can, because that's what your loved ones want. When they pass over, they're totally, always, completely, 100% encouraging you. They're always with you. Always. So don't ever doubt that. Okay? I really hope you guys found some comfort in this. I'm sorry it was a little random. Like I said, I've done this video a few times now. It's very an emotional topic, I feel. And it's touchy. I don't want to, step on any toes or offend anyone in any way. My sole purpose in this intention in making this video is to give you comfort in knowing that your loved ones are never really gone. So with that being said, I want to thank you all for watching. I'm sorry this is a little long. If you made it through the whole video, thank you a million. Congratulations for making it. I can't thank you enough for the support and the love that I feel from all of you. And I hope you feel the same. I'm here for each and every one of you. If you want to talk, or you have any input, or there's anything you'd like to know more about, or, anything. Even if you just want to, rant. I don't care. I'm here. So thank you guys a million. I love each and every one of you, and I hope you have a fantastic week. Bye.